Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're here today. Before we dive in, I want you to take a deep breath because this topic hits different for a lot of us. We have been taught that being held accountable means being punished, being called out, being made to feel small. But today we're going to flip that. Quick note before we get started, the content shared in this session is for educational and personal development purposes only. Accountability is a superpower, and it starts with ownership, not shame. Let's get into it. Here is the reframe I need you to hold on to for the rest of this session. When we hear the word accountability, a lot of us flinch. We think about being in trouble, being blamed, being exposed. But that is not what accountability really is. True accountability is constructive. It is forward facing. It is about learning, growing, and building trust, not tearing anyone apart. Let us be really clear right here so there is no confusion. On the left side, this is what healthy accountability looks like. It is honest, it's forward moving, and it builds something. On the right side, this is what accountability gets weaponized into. And when we weaponize it, nobody grows. People just shut down and self-protect. We want the left side every time. I want you to see this cycle clearly because so many of us have lived it, either as a person who made the mistake or as the person trying to hold someone else accountable. When we lead with shame, we trigger survival mode, and you cannot grow in survival mode. You are just trying to make it out alive. This cycle keeps repeating because shame never actually solved anything. It just drove the problem underground. On this slide, I want you to notice the contrast. When shame enters the picture, like that red arrow, it shuts people down. They get defensive, they hide mistakes, or they stop trying because they're afraid of being judged. But when we lead with support, like the green arrow, people are more willing to be honest, take ownership, and move forward. Support doesn't mean there are no standards. It means we hold people to those standards in a way that still feels safe and respectful. This is the heart of accountability without shame. We're still calling people higher, but we're doing it in a way that keeps them engaged instead of shutting them down. Most of us do not go from mistake to ownership in 1 second flat. There is a journey, and it's okay to be in progress. The goal is not to skip these stages, it is to move through them. Denial and deflection are normal first reactions, but we cannot live there. When we make it to own and grow, that is where the transformation happens. That is where people start to trust you, and more importantly, where you start to trust yourself. This slide might be the most important one in the whole deck. Say it with me. I made a mistake is not the same as I am a mistake. Accountability targets the behavior. Shame attacks the identity. One of those leads to growth, the other leads to collapse. When you feel that heavy, sinking feeling after a mistake, check in. Which voice is louder right now? And then gently redirect toward the one that builds you up. Okay, here's your framework. 4 steps, 4 words. You can use this personally, in leadership, in parenting, in friendships, anywhere accountability matters. See it, own it, fix it, grow it. Write it down, memorize it, because the next time you make a mistake, and we all will, you will have a roadmap instead of a shame spiral. That changes everything. Here is the truth that shifted everything for me. People are not looking for perfection. They're looking for integrity. And integrity shows up most clearly in how we handle our imperfections. When you own a mistake gracefully, without excuses, without groveling, without drama, you become magnetic. People want to follow that kind of leader. They want to be around that kind of person. Accountability is literally trust currency. Spend it wisely. Before we close, let us lock these in together. Read through these with me. Accountability is ownership. Shame attacks identity. Accountability addresses behavior. The shame spiral keeps us stuck. The ownership framework moves us forward. And when we do this consistently, we do not just grow ourselves, we grow the people around us. That is the real gift of accountability without shame. I want to leave you with this. You do not have to be perfect to be trusted. You just have to be accountable. That is it. That is the whole assignment. The next time you make a mistake, and you will because you are human, I want you to remember this moment. Remember that ownership is not weakness. It is the most powerful thing you can do. Thank you so much for being here today. Share this with someone who needs it. And as always, keep showing up. That's the Sunny Vibes way. And if you want more soft skills, content, tools, and resources to help you lead, grow, and show up as your best self, come find me at sunnyvibes.com. Everything you need is right there waiting for you. See you on the inside.